was changed and made new when an angel made his dream come true. And now he brings his dream to you. And it's Spoonful, Paolo.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Spoonful of Paolo! Alright, take a look around, people, because today we're in Malibu. Now, why are we in Malibu? Well, because our next guest is a part of ABC's new hit sitcom, Malibu Country. You may remember Jay Rodriguez from Bravo's hit TV show, Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, but today he's starring alongside with Reba McEntire. And I'm telling you, this show is so funny, and Jay's character is hilarious. Now, let's go see what our star is up to. Yay, Jay Rodriguez! Thank you. Hi, thank you for being on a Spoonful of Paolo.
Of course.
How are you?
I'm very well.
That's good. You know, okay, I just have to say Malibu Country. Oh my gosh, hilarious.
It's super funny.
It's great. Besides that, you are super funny, okay?
Thank you.
Like you are real.
Well, let's talk about the show. Here's what happened. I went in for it. It was a Friday afternoon in the Valley was the audition, and it was like 4:30. And I was supposed to go in, and the role was urban hip hoppy thug.
Because I heard that you kind of
I changed it because I walked in and I was like, all right. It was like I was like the lightest person in the room, and I was like, there's no way I'm gonna book this. Casting director was like, who wants to go first? I was like, I'll go first. Because she had new sides for us. I go in, and she's like, you've already had time to make a choice? I said, yeah, I'm good. Wow. I went in, just read it straight up, just the way it was on the page, and she was like, all right. And she was like, so I see you've hosted things. She's like, and I was like, well, no, to be fair, I wanted an Emmy for something, and a lot of it came to me. I'm an actor first, whatever, because I was like, oh, God, here comes the Queer Eye thing to kick me in the butt. And she goes, well, what did you host? I said, Queer Eye. She goes, what did you do on that? And I had glasses on and a sideways Yankees cap because this was like thuggy. And so I took it off, and she was like, oh, I didn't realize you were the same Jay Rodriguez. And I was like, yeah, she goes, you look different. I was like, well, it's been 10 years. And so she was like, well, why don't you try, and she looks at my resume, and she's like, why don't you try playing him fabulous? And I was like, that's industry term for gay. So I was like, because I don't know how to do like American gay. Like I only have like one kind of gay, and it's like totally Latin, and it probably wouldn't work. And she's like, why don't you try that? She's like, you know what? I'm going to see these other guys, but I'll give you a call back for Monday. I went in, sat with the producers. I just kind of played him kind of like Rosie Perez inspired, with like that no-nonsense East Coast thing.
Oh, my God. But wasn't it supposed to be just a guest star role?
Yeah, just a one-time thing, guest star.
That.
And then in one of my auditions, they were like, we're going to make this series regular. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And then it's just turned into this thing now.
Did you always want to be an actor growing up?
Yeah, so I went to performing arts high school, like really, really strict performing arts high school where it really, the emphasis was about performance, but also your GPA. So the minute I graduated high school, my first audition for anything was Rent.
That's like...
And I booked it.
Amazing.
So it was from high school to Broadway, and growing up singing in big churches and stuff, I wasn't intimidated by the audience size, but I learned in high school how to behave properly, learn industry etiquette and stuff. And then during that 5 years in Rent, I built up my resume. I did like All My Children. I played a young dad on that. I did a couple movies. I did a couple plays. But then Queer Eye came along, and that sort of changed my life because then I was so known for reality. I mean, even like as we sit here with the Oprah straws, it was a challenge. Like all of a sudden the show blew up. But that sort of changed.
How did your family, like, okay, when you were, playing Angel and Rent, and then you did Queer for the Straight Guy, 2 successful shows, like, huge.
Right.
Because I know you have a religious family. How did they handle all this? Were they okay
not
with
great.
it at the time?
No, not great. I mean, to be honest, it was like one of those things where I come from a very, the family's very Puerto Rican, it's Italian, so it's like, it's a very...
I could relate to that.
Yeah, it's the machismo culture there. Not to mention, our family didn't have anyone even gay adjacent. Like, there was no one around. I had no...
There wasn't that education of knowing what it is.
Growing up, it was like RuPaul and Elton John.
Right,
were like the only, and I was like, where do I fall?
Too.
Right.
Yes.
So, and then my first job...
And Robert Reed, Mr. Brady from the Brady Bunch.
Exactly. Oh my God.
What? I thought who I remembered. Okay, go ahead.
So anyway, I thought, so when I told my mom that I was going to be playing this role, I didn't even say I was gay. Because I had a girlfriend in high school a little bit. But like, when I told her I was playing this character, she took it to mean, you are this character and you represent all these things. Now, I was playing Angel in Rent, Tony Award-winning role, but it's a character that's HIV positive. It's a character that dresses in drag.
Very heavy.
And so for my mom, on a very base level, it meant if I was okay portraying this, then that meant I was these things. Or I was okay with people identifying me with as things. And so it totally severed our relationship for a number of years. And oddly, it wasn't until Queer Eye that my mom kind of softly came around when the world said, your son is gay. When Oprah and those other people were like, your son is gay and we don't care and we love him. Then oddly, she was kind of turned around a little bit. And it isn't honestly until the past 4 years that we are, like, I think, headed toward a proper mother-son relationship.
I mean, isn't it amazing? Because everyone who goes through this, all of us, it's so stressful, but then in time, as the years go by, it just gets better.
Yeah.
It gets better. You love yourself more. Your family's accepting. They love you for who you are.
Yep.
It's just a whole scary thing at first, but just like you just heard, it does get better.
It does, yeah.
Now tell the viewers, just in case they don't know your character, who you play, Joffrey.
Right. Yeah. So I'm on a show on ABC called Malibu Country.
So good. It's so funny.
Sitcom, like you remember them, but really, really funny. Reba is our star. If you liked her old show, it's sort of like Reba 2.0 because a little edgier, a little sexier.
The clothes, everything. She's little.
She always says, she goes, no, I'm the same character-ish.
No, it's.
I was like, no, honey. I was like, you're
fitted. Her clothes.
Yeah, no, she's
hot.
I say that she's, her hair's longer. She's a very sweet, wonderful woman with a great core value system. But the fact of the matter is, she's a sexy woman, and she's happily married, blah, blah, blah. But I play basically on the show, she plays a one-hit wonder, gives it all up, marries the biggest country star in the world. Show opens at his cheating scandal. She grabs her 2 kids after a bitter divorce and her mom, Lily Tomlin, and moves to Malibu, a property she didn't even know her husband had been keeping. I play a kid at the record label that used to represent her, probably before I was even born, probably they represented her. And basically, she wants to restart her career. I've been told, no way, no how. I'm the gatekeeper to the big dude. And she just wins me over. And something about her, I see there's a star, and I'm at a dead-end job. And so I just take her under my gay wing, and I try to basically help her get her career
It's working.
back.
Your chemistry with Reba is, like, hilarious.
And I think that was the big key. Like, we each had chemistry tests with her. And
were you nervous when you met her for the first time?
Yes, because I had to be mean to her.
Oh.
So like hi, how are you? And then I'm a complete douchebag.
And this is all being taped.
Totally. And I'm thinking, will she think I'm funny in this douchiness, or will she think I'm annoying? I didn't know how to think. But she was so sweet, and so I could think I was like, this is going well. But even in that case, I was like, I made the choice that he's going to be gay.
Right.
What if Reba, who is known by some to be conservative, what if that's too big of a choice? That didn't even factor into their mind. Like, Reba is so cool. She, has no issue with gay people. I know that's come up a lot.
What about, I'm just curious, the country fans are, because
Yes.
with your character in particular, do you get tweets or emails? Like, are they coming around? I know it's not easy, but
yeah, overall... I think here's the thing. I think funny is funny, entertaining is entertaining, and I think Queer Eye was one of those shows that came in with no political agenda, yet most of the red states would invite us into their homes every Tuesday night at 10 o'clock, where they got to know 5 gay people that they ordinarily, in their everyday lives, wouldn't maybe meet, but they loved us. And I think that was I've always played the tone of, I'm not trying to sleep with you, I just happen to be attracted to and so I'm a very non-threatening, I'm not the dude who's gonna pounce on you, and I know this because when I go to sets, the crew, the straight male crew, are the ones who come up to me and are like, I used to love your show. My wife and I used to watch all the time. And I think that's the difference. It's like, here, like in West Hollywood, I don't, the gay people are very respectful, or like, but it's all like, we know each other.
Yeah, it's like one family.
Yeah, but it's like the straight people are the ones that are like, oh my God, I loved it. And so for me, it's like a lot of the country fans love Reba so much, and I think whoever Reba says you're good, they
go along with it, and they're
and I think they just are entertained by the show, and she needs someone to butt heads with, and I'm happy to play that role.
That is really cool. Okay, before to end, can you tell our viewers, in your character Joffrey,
can
you tell them why they need to watch Malibu Country?
Okay, hold on.
Friday
Let me
nights,
get my Joffrey glass.
Okay, so he's gonna do something special for you guys, and I'm telling you, this is no lie, that this show is amazing. Ooh, this is gonna be good.
It's not quite right, but...
Here we go.
Hello. Okay, I don't know who this guy is over here, but anyway, I want to tell you guys about my show, okay? It's called Malibu Country, okay? It stars Reba McEntire, Lily Tomlins, Sarah Rue, and then these 2 kids, I don't know. But I wanted you to watch the show because it's so funny. Okay, you could TiVo it, you could DVR. If you got that DVR, just put that right there, ping, and then you walk away. And if you want, you don't even have to watch it Friday night. You could come home Saturday morning, drunk, hungover, whatever you do, it's your business. Then you could watch it that day too. But I like it because I think you're gonna find a little bit of something for everybody. Okay?
Oh my God! Look, you are just one talented
Oh my
guy.
God, you're sweet.
No,
Thank you
you
so
really
much
are.
for
You're
having me.
talented. It's an honor. Thank you for being on our show.
Anytime.
Don't forget, you
Anytime.
guys. Friday nights, Malibu Country. You don't want to miss him because he's like he'll just make you laugh. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yay!
Woo.
Bye everyone. We'll see you next time
Bye.
on a Spoonful of Paolo. Yay! Oh my God, that
gosh.
was awesome.